What is up, guys? My name is Soft But Firm, and today I'm going to be doing, I guess, an achievement guide of an achievement in Payday 2 called The Man with a Golden Gun. And the achievement is to get 6 Skulldozer kills using can't fucking talk, using only the golden AK-762 rifle. I got this a few days ago, but I had to do a little bit of looking around, and nobody had really had a video tutorial. And I know some people are probably thinking it's kind of intimidating. You got 6 Skulldozers. You got to play on Death Wish. But this is the way that I did it. I did it solo using 2 bots, which is nice because some people don't always have friends on a lot of the time, or some people's friends might not want to tag along to get some bullshit achievement. So this is going to be the solo way to do it with 2 bots. So let's get into it. Now, you can't do this achievement the normal way, go into a Death Wish game with other people and, actually get kills on Skulldozers. But that can take a while. This is more of a grinding tutorial, just a way to quickly knock it out in, 20 or 30 minutes. But with that being said, this requires, you got to have some specific things in order for you to successfully do this without getting railed. And first up, the thing that you need, this is 100% a must, is you need the Sniper DLC. I will get to that, why you need that here in a minute. And that's really the only thing you 100% need. But these next 3 things are going to greatly improve your chances and how well you do at this. The first thing is you're going to want to be level 100, simply because being a higher level, you will have more skill points to put into your skill trees and help you get the perks and shit that you need. You can't be level 30 and trying to do this. It's just not going to work. You're not going to have the skills that you need. So you want to be level 100 or really close to it. The second thing you're really going to want is either the shotgun DLC or the grenades. I don't remember what DLC the grenades come in. Between these two, the shotgun DLC is preferred, but if you don't have that, if you have grenades, those will work fine as well. And probably the least important of them all here is going to be the Gauge Courier Pack DLC. This really isn't needed, but it's nice to have some of the additional AK attachments and mods that let you do a little bit more damage accuracy, stuff like that. I'm going to show you guys my skill loadout that I used for this. First up, in the Ghost Tree, you're going to want to work your way up to Aced ECM Feedback. So you're going to want to ace out ECM Feedback, get Basic ECM Overdrive, and get Aced ECM Specialist. Now, everything in Tiers 1, 2, and 3 is pretty much up to you. And then you're going to want to go into Enforcer, and you're going to want to get Iron Man Basic. That will allow you to wear that heavy ICTV armor. You want to get Basic, or not Basic, what am I saying? You want to ace out Fully Loaded. Because it never hurts to start with more ammo. The AK doesn't really have a lot, so any extra that you get is really useful. You're going to be bringing a shotgun secondary, so you're going to want to get Basic Shotgun CQB and ace out Shotgun Impact. And then you're going to want to ace out Die Hard. Basic is nice because you can use your primary in Bleed Out, which means if you go down, you're still going to be able to use the AK. If you don't have this, you go down, you're only going to be able to use your secondary, and if there's like the bulldozer in front of you and he's weak, well, you can't use the AK to finish him off, and you're going to miss out on an opportunity to get one of the 6 bulldozers. But you may as well ace it out, get some faster armor recovery rates. The other stuff, pretty much just, put in whatever. And to kind of pair with Die Hard, I would recommend getting Sharpshooter and Technician. I aced out... Oh, nope, I lied. You don't want... Sharpshooter's nice. You want to ace out Nerves of Steel because this allows you to use the Steel Sight while in Bleed Out. So, once again, if you go down, not only will you still be able to use the AK, but you will actually be able to aim and, have somewhat reasonable accuracy to hopefully finish off a bulldozer if one is near you. And then Mastermind, aced out Sprinter, aced out Leadership, and then... Basic Spotter, which you can mark the dozer, do some extra damage. I don't know why I have Inside Man, but I put a point into it. So this is pretty much the skills that you're going to want. Obviously you can vary. These are just suggestions. The feedback is pretty much you really want. And I guess instead of getting the Iron Man, you could go get Bulletproof and Technician. But this stuff, you know, fully loaded is already in here, and the shotgun stuff is already in here. You may as well just go Enforcer and get the ICTV. You don't need to move around a lot, so you don't have to worry about the speed of the heavy-ass armor or anything, so you may as well just go with this. Okay, so now here are the attachments. I've got the golden AK 7.62. The final stats of it are 63 damage, 12 accuracy, and 32 stability. Now keep in mind this is using a lot of the Gauge weapon mod DLC stuff, so yours might vary, but this is just the required, or not required, the recommended. This is what I would personally do. For the barrel, go ahead and put on the Slavic Dragon barrel. Barrel extension, I used a fire breather nozzle. For custom, I have auto fire. Foregrip, I put on the lightweight rail. I put on the military laser module for a gadget to get stability. For a grip, I used the AK plastic grip. I put on the quad stack mag. This helps you just, you know, you got 60 shots just to unload into the dozer's face. Sight is, you know, completely personal preference, up to you what you want to use. And then I put on the war-torn stock, and it's not really a pretty looking gun, but it gets the job done. So yeah, that's what I put on the AK there. Now your secondary, if you have the shotgun DLC pack, you're going to want to bring a street sweeper with the HE rounds. This is very useful because if you shoot them in the face with the HE round, it does two things. Number one, it stuns them and stops them from shooting, and number two, it will actually take off their metal visor, leaving just the glass behind, and then if you shoot them another time with this, it might break the glass or crack it, and then they're still stunned, so all you gotta do is pull out the gold AK and just shoot them in the face a few times, and you will kill them actually really, really easily. I happen to have the long barrel on mine along with a shark teeth nozzle, and if you don't have the shotgun DLC, go ahead and bring a locomotive 12 gauge, just, you know, put attachments on it to make it the best that you can. And then you're going to want grenades, because grenades kind of have the same effect. The explosion will stun the bulldozer, and if you throw, you know, maybe all three of that you have, you might actually still take off his visor as well. And then once again, you'll just pull out the AK and just go to work on his face. Alright, so now on to the actual strategy here. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy a bank heist on the Death Wish difficulty. I recommend just doing cash or deposit. You don't want to do one of the pro job ones because you want to restart this, you know, 6 times to get the 6 bulldozer kills. So just buy bank heist cash on Death Wish, and then go and start up the game. You're going to want to put on your ICTV armor, and you're going to want to bring your ECM jammers with feedback, and then of course your gold AK, and then either the street sweeper or the locomotive 12 gauge, whichever one you have. And then from there, you're going to buy the vantage point. Now, this is why you need the sniper DLC, because you have to buy the vantage point. So now go ahead and start up the game, mask up, and just shoot off some shots to alert everybody and sound the alarm. And then go ahead and climb to the top of the vantage point. Now, this is where you will hold out. The 2 AI should come up there with you, and they will help kill people who come up the ladder. You will have to be doing some of that yourself. You can use you can use your secondary if you have the loco, just primarily use that in order to save your AK ammo. But if you have the street sweeper, kind of, kill them a few times with the street sweeper, then switch to the AK and do that and start, picking up ammo for each of them. And now eventually, it can happen relatively quickly in a couple of minutes, or it can sometimes be as long as 7 or 8 minutes. A black helicopter will fly to the roof of the bank. It can either go to the far back corner, kind of where the stairwell is, or it can come right up at the front, kind of where the sign is. But that black helicopter will drop off a skulldozer. What you're going to do is you're going to put down your ECM jammer and turn on feedback. This will help stun the enemies in your immediate area, and hopefully you won't get fucking wrecked as you go across the zip line. So once you drop that ECM, turn on feedback, and go across the zip line. If you are still alive when you reach the end of the zip line and you're not down when you get off of it, put down your second ECM and turn on feedback over there. And now that you've got feedback going over here, it's time to go find the dozer. Now, depending on where the helicopter dropped him off, he'll either be right next to you, or he will be back by the stairwell, but he will slowly make his way up towards the front of the bank. Now, pull out your street sweeper, or throw grenades at him. Get his shield off. Once his shield is off, the glass is maybe cracked or completely broken. Then go ahead, pull out your gold AK, and just finish the job. Sometimes when you get to the end of the zip line, you will be down. It's something that you can't help it, you can't avoid it. These enemies just hit so hard on Death Wish. But if you get to the end of the zip line and you are down, you have 30 seconds to kill that bulldozer before you go into custody. Now, since we got those 2 skills earlier that will let you use your primary and let you aim down the sight with it, it'll actually be pretty easy. Now, depending on where the bulldozer is, you might have to wait for him to come around a corner, or he will be right there. Just wait until you can see him, and then throw your grenades, or hit him in the face with a street sweeper. And then when his shield is off and he is stunned, pull out your gold AK, and hopefully you will get the kill. Alright guys, that is pretty much it. I don't know, like I said, the only tutorials I really saw were some text tutorials on fucking Reddit. But I thought I might as well make a video. I was kind of bored, and I decided to make a video. And I like Payday, so here we go. But thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I'll talk to you next time.